Question 1. What does this sign indicate to drivers? A. Curve to the left. B. Dangerous curve to the right. C. Road ends ahead. D. Winding road. Answers is B. Dangerous curve to the right. This sign warns drivers of a dangerous curve ahead to the right, requiring them to reduce speed and be prepared to steer. Question 2. When approaching this sign, what action should a driver take? A. Slow down and proceed. B. Stop completely before the line. C. Yield to traffic from the left. D. Accelerate to clear the intersection. Answers is B. Stop completely before the line. A stop sign requires drivers to come to a complete stop before the stop line, crosswalk, or edge of the intersection, and yield to all or pedestrians. Question 3. What is the meaning of this road sign? A. Overtaking permitted. B. No overtaking. C. Yield to oncoming traffic. D. Lane ends ahead. Answers is B. No overtaking. This sign indicates that overtaking or passing other vehicles is prohibited in the area where the sign is posted. Drivers must remain in their lane behind other vehicles. Question 4. What does this mandatory sign instruct a driver to do? A. Straight ahead only. B. Enter a roundabout. C. Yield to traffic. D. U-turn permitted. Answers is B. Enter a roundabout. This sign indicates a roundabout or circular intersection ahead. Drivers must yield to traffic already in the roundabout and enter when safe. Question 5. What does this sign mean for road users? A. Two-way traffic. B. One-way road. C. Merge left. D. Divided highway. Answers is B. One-way road. This sign designates a one-way road where traffic flows in a single direction. Drivers should be aware that oncoming traffic is not permitted. Question 6. When parallel parking, how far can your vehicle be from the curb? A. 10 centimeters. B. 30 centimeters. C. 1 meter. D. 50 centimeters. Answers is B. 30 centimeters. When parallel parking in most Canadian jurisdictions, your vehicle's wheels must be no more than 30 centimeters, approximately 12 inches from the curb. Question 7. What does this warning sign indicate? A. Rough road ahead. B. Slippery road ahead. C. Steep hill. D. Loose gravel. Answers is B. Slippery road ahead. This sign warns drivers that the road ahead may be slippery due to conditions like rain, ice, or loose materials, requiring speed and increased caution. Question 8. What action should you take at this sign? A. Yield to cross traffic. B. Stop completely. C. Accelerate through. D. Proceed with caution. Answers is A. Yield to cross traffic. A yield sign means you must slow down and give that to all traffic approaching the intersection or roadway. Question 9. What is prohibited by this sign? A. No right turn. B. No left turn. C. No U-turn. D. No entry. Answers is B. No left turn. This sign indicates that making a left turn at the intersection or location where it is posted is prohibited. Drivers must find an alternative route. Question 10. What does this sign mean for large vehicles? A. Trucks only. B. No entry for goods vehicles. C. Truck parking. D. Truck stop ahead. Answers is B. No entry for goods vehicles. This sign prohibits the entry of goods vehicles, trucks into the area beyond the sign. This restriction may apply to certain roads or zones. Question 11. You are at an intersection without signs or signals. A car is on your right. Who has the A? You do. B. The car on your right. C. The first vehicle to arrive. D. The larger vehicle. Answers is B. The car on your right. In Canada, at an uncontrolled intersection, the vehicle to the right has the. Always yield to vehicles approaching from your right. Question 12. What does this road sign warn drivers about? A. School crossing. B. Pedestrian crossing ahead. C. Children at play. D. Sidewalk ends. Answers is B. Pedestrian crossing ahead. This warning sign alerts drivers to a pedestrian crossing ahead. Drivers should be prepared to slow down or stop for pedestrians crossing the road. Question 13. What is the purpose of this sign? A. Pedestrian crossing. B. Pedestrian only path. C. No pedestrians allowed. D. Underpass ahead. Answers is A. Pedestrian crossing. This information sign indicates the presence of a pedestrian crossing. Drivers should be attentive to pedestrians and ready to stop. Question 14. What does this sign indicate for cyclists? A. Bicycle parking. B. Cyclists crossing or entering. C. No bicycles allowed. D. Bicycle lane ahead. Answers is B. Cyclists crossing or entering. This sign warns drivers of an area where cyclists may be crossing or entering the roadway, requiring extra caution and awareness. Question 15. What is the meaning of this sign? A. Stop here. B. Do not enter. C. Yield to all traffic. D. Dead end. Answers is B. Do not enter. This sign means do not enter and prohibits vehicles from entering a road or lane where traffic is flowing in the opposite direction, or where entry is otherwise forbidden. Question 16. When must you use your headlights? A. Only at night. B. Between half an hour before sunset and half an hour after sunrise. C. Only in heavy rain. D. Whenever it's cloudy. Answers is B. Between half an hour before sunset and half an hour after sunrise. In Canada, headlights must be on between half an hour before sunset and half an hour after sunrise, or whenever visibility is poor due to weather. Question 17. What does this warning sign alert you to? A. Multiple tracks. B. Railway crossing. C. Train station ahead. D. Road closed. Answers is B. Railway crossing. This sign warns drivers of a railway crossing ahead. Always be prepared to stop for an approaching train. Question 18. What is the primary instruction of this sign? A. Turn right. B. Proceed straight. C. Turn left. D. U-turn permitted. Answers is B. Proceed straight. This mandatory sign indicates that vehicles must proceed straight ahead only. Turning left or right is prohibited. Question 19. What does this sign mean for parking? A. No parking. B. Parking for certain hours. C. Parking permitted. D. Loading zone. Answers is A. No parking. This sign indicates no parking. You are not permitted to park your vehicle in this area, though stopping briefly to passengers or goods might be allowed depending on local bylaws. Question 20. What does this warning sign indicate? A. Lane closure. B. Road works ahead. C. Detour ahead. D. Slow traffic. Answers is B. Road works ahead. This sign warns drivers that there are road works or construction ahead. Drivers should reduce speed, be alert for workers and equipment, and follow any temporary instructions. Question 21. What does a solid white line between lanes mean? A. You can change lanes. B. You should not change lanes. C. Lane for slow vehicles. D. Hazard ahead. Answers is B. You should not change lanes. A solid white line indicates that changing lanes is discouraged or prohibited. You should stay in your current lane until markings change. Question 22. What does this information sign indicate? A. Local road. B. Motorway expressway. C. Toll road. D. Divided highway. Answers is B. Motorway expressway. This sign indicates the beginning of a motorway or expressway, where specific rules apply, such as minimum speed limits and restrictions on certain vehicles. Question 23. What does this sign warn about? A. Steep ascent. B. Steep descent. C. Hump ahead. D. Winding road. Answers is A. Steep ascent. This sign indicates a steep ascent uphill grade ahead. Drivers should be prepared for the change in road gradient, which may affect vehicle performance. Question 24. What is the meaning of this sign? A. Recommended speed is 50. B. Maximum speed limit is 50. C. Minimum speed limit is 50. D. Speed zone ends. Answers is B. Maximum speed limit is 50. This prohibitory sign indicates the maximum speed limit for the road section. Drivers must not exceed 50 units e.g., or, depending on context. Question 25. What does this sign inform you about? A. No parking zone. B. Parking place ahead. C. Disabled parking only. D. Emergency stop. Answers is B. Parking place ahead. This sign indicates a parking place or area where parking is permitted. It helps drivers find spots to park their vehicles. Question 26. What should you do when driving in heavy fog? A. Use high beams. B. Use low beams or fog lights. C. Drive at normal speed. D. Turn off your lights. Answers is B. Use low beams or fog lights. In heavy fog, use your low beam headlights or fog lights. High beams reflect off the fog and can worsen visibility. Reduce your speed and increase following distance. Question 27. What does this warning sign indicate? A. Smooth road. B. Uneven road. C. Road narrows. D. Slippery road. Answers is B. Uneven road. This sign warns drivers of an uneven road surface ahead, such as dips, bumps, or rough pavement. Reduce speed to maintain control and prevent damage to your vehicle. Question 28. What does this sign mean regarding turning? A. U-turn permitted. B. No U-turn. C. Yield before U-turn. D. Turn left only. Answers is B. No U-turn. This sign strictly prohibits drivers from making a U-turn at this location. Disobeying this sign can result in a fine. Question 29. What does this mandatory sign require? A. Proceed straight. B. Turn right. C. Turn left. D. U-turn only. Answers is B. Turn right. This sign mandates that drivers must turn right at the upcoming intersection or junction. No other directions of travel are permitted from this lane. Question 30. What does this sign tell you about the road ahead? A. Bicycle path. B. Road for motor vehicles. C. Pedestrian zone. D. Restricted access. Answers is B. Road for motor vehicles. This sign indicates the beginning of a road reserved for motor vehicles, often implying higher speed limits and restrictions on pedestrians or bicycles. Question 31. When approaching a school bus with flashing red lights, what must you do? A. Slow down and pass. B. Stop in both directions. C. Stop only if behind it. D. Proceed if no children. Answers is B. Stop in both directions. In Canada, when a school bus has its red lights flashing, all vehicles approaching from either direction must stop before reaching the bus until the lights stop flashing. Question 32. What does this sign warn of? A. Steep cliff. B. Falling rocks. C. Rock climbing area. D. Uneven terrain. Answers is B. Falling rocks. This sign indicates an area where there is a risk of falling rocks from a hillside or cliff. Drive cautiously and be aware of debris on the road. Question 33. What is by this sign? A. Yield to traffic. B. Priority road. C. Stop ahead. D. End of priority. Answers is B. Priority road. This sign designates the road as a priority road, meaning drivers on this road have the over traffic entering from side roads unless otherwise. Question 34. What does this sign mean for driving? A. Parking only. B. No stopping. C. Loading zone. D. Emergency lane. Answers is B. No stopping. This sign indicates no stopping. You are not permitted to stop your vehicle for any reason, even briefly, in the area where this sign is displayed. Question 35. What is the meaning of this sign? A. Maximum speed. B. Minimum speed limit of 50. C. Recommended speed. D. Speed limit ends. Answers is B. Minimum speed limit of 50. This sign a minimum speed limit of 50. Drivers must not drive slower than 50 e.g., or unless road conditions require a slower speed for safety. Question 36. What does a flashing green light mean at an intersection? A. Proceed with caution. B. Permitted left turn or proceed. C. Slow down and prepare to stop. D. U-turn is permitted. Answers is B. Permitted left turn or proceed. A flashing green light at an intersection indicates that you may turn left or go straight. Oncoming traffic faces a red light. Question 37. What does this warning sign indicate? A. Heavy rain. B. Side wind. C. Gusty conditions. D. Bridge ahead. Answers is B, side wind. This sign warns drivers of strong side winds in the area. Vehicles, motorcyclists, and cyclists should be especially cautious. Question 38. What does this sign signify? A. One-way traffic. B. Reversible lane road. C. Divided highway. D. Emergency lane. Answers is B. Reversible lane road. This sign indicates a road with a reversible lane, where the direction of traffic flow in one or more lanes can change at different times of day. Question 39. What does this sign mean for entry? A. Entry permitted. B. No entry for all vehicles. C. Stop for inspection. D. Restricted parking. Answers is B. No entry for all vehicles. This sign means movement prohibited or no entry for all vehicles. No vehicles are allowed to enter the roadway or area beyond the sign. Question 40. What does this sign indicate about vehicle direction? A. Straight or right turn. B. Straight or left turn. C. U-turn permitted. D. Left turn only. Answers is B. Straight or left turn. This mandatory sign indicates that drivers in this lane or at this intersection may proceed straight or make a left turn. Right turns are not permitted from this lane. Question 41. What is the main purpose of scanning the road ahead? A. To find gas stations. B. To identify potential hazards early. C. To enjoy the scenery. D. To check your speed. Answers is B. To identify potential hazards early. Scanning the road ahead, typically 12 to 15 seconds, allows you to anticipate potential hazards like stopped traffic, pedestrians, or road changes, and react safely. Question 42. What does this sign warn about ahead? A. Farm animals crossing. B. Cattle crossing. C. Pet area. D. Zoo entrance. Answers is B. Cattle crossing. This sign indicates an area where livestock, specifically cattle, may be crossing the road. Drivers should slow down and be prepared to stop for animals. Question 43. What does this sign indicate at an intersection? A. Major road ahead. B. Junction with a minor road. C. D. Yield ahead. Answers is B. Junction with a minor road. This sign warns drivers of a junction with a minor road joining from the right and left. Drivers on the main road typically have priority, but caution is advised. Question 44. What does this sign mean for drivers? A. Dangerous cargo allowed. B. No entry for dangerous goods. C. Hazardous waste facility. D. Storage. Answers is B. No entry for dangerous goods. This sign prohibits vehicles carrying dangerous goods from entering the road or area. These routes are usually diverted to avoid areas. Question 45. What does this information sign indicate? A. No through road. B. Residential area living zone. C. Parking garage. D. Playground ahead. Answers is B. Residential area living zone. This sign marks the beginning of a residential area or living zone, where special rules often apply, such as speed limits and increased pedestrian presence. Question 46. When should you increase your following distance? A. When driving fast. B. In bad weather or heavy traffic. C. When you are late. D. On empty roads. Answers is B, in bad weather or heavy traffic. Always increase your following distance in adverse conditions like rain, snow, fog, or when driving in heavy traffic, to allow more time to react and stop safely. Question 47. What does this sign signify regarding public transport? A. Bus stop ahead. B. Road with public transport lane. C. No public transport. D. Taxi stand. Answers is B. Road with public transport lane. This sign indicates a road that includes a dedicated lane for public transport vehicles, such as buses or streetcars. Other vehicles may be restricted from using this lane. Question 48. What does this warning sign alert you to? A. Playground ahead. B. Children's school. C. Crossing. D. No children allowed. Answers is B. Children's school. This sign warns drivers that children may be present, often near schools, playgrounds, or residential areas. Drivers should reduce speed and be extra vigilant. Question 49. What does this informational sign specify for parking? A. Perpendicular parking. B. Parallel parking to curb. C. Diagonal parking. D. No parking. Answers is B. Parallel parking to curb. This plate the method of parking. It indicates that vehicles should be parked parallel to the edge of the carriageway curb. Question 50. What does this sign mean? A. No right turn. B. No left turn. C. Straight only. D. U-turn permitted. Answers is A. No right turn. This sign indicates that making a right turn at the intersection or specific location is prohibited. Drivers must choose an alternative direction.